What's up, guys? Welcome back to the London fam. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Psych with Jay. I have a special guest with me today, and that is my lovely daughter that I like to call Love Bug, Zay. Guys, we came to talk to you all about quality time with your family, doing things with your family, building memories with your family, and on a budget. On a budget, guys. I get people asking me or saying to me that, oh, you must have a lot of money. You do a lot of things with your children. Where you get all that money from? It must be nice. I wish I could do that with my kids. Well, let me tell you, I'm here to tell you today that you can absolutely do it with your kids. I vacation on a budget. Every single vacation. I've mentioned it in a few of our vlogs, how we do our vacations on a budget. In September, it will be 8 years since we have been vacationing about every 3 or 4 months, and Kennedy was 2 or almost 2
when we started vacationing.
Yeah, so vacation is like our middle name. It's like a staple in our house, like staples some people have, like a rice is a staple, bread, whatever you name it. Vacation is one in our home, and for many reasons, I will get into that maybe in another vlog of how it all started. But I just wanted to come and say that you don't have to have a whole lot of money. You don't have to work for 10 years in order to take your kiddos on a nice vacation. We vacation most definitely on a budget, right? So what does vacationing look like for us? First of all, Kennedy, how do you feel about your vacations? How meaningful is vacation to you in your life?
How meaningful it is? Well, vacations for me are really meaningful because it means spending time with your family, going to new places, different places. Even if you've been to the same place, you're creating new memories with your family. Maybe you're trying something in the same place that you've been before, but you're just doing something different. So it means a lot to me because you're spending time with your family.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that. That's kind of how it all started for me. It was a really dark time in my life, and I knew that I wanted more. I knew that this wasn't it. I knew that God had a plan for me, and I had just counted myself out at one point, briefly from a depression that I was going through that had lasted for many years. And I felt like that depression was getting ready to take me out, guys. I finally said, I'm going to do something about this. And that's when I went on our first cruise in 2017, September. We went to Bahamas, and it changed my life. It wasn't necessarily the cruise that changed my life. It was my mindset, the thought process that I had during that cruise or right before that cruise that put me in a good place where I needed to get myself together because I knew my kids needed me. So vacations for us. Listen, I get a little annoyed when people say, oh, that's because you have all this money, or, oh, you just have it like that, or, you work a lot of hours. I'm just not going to pick up overtime. I just, I have so many things going on. I can't afford to do this. I can't afford to do that. I'm here to tell you this. As a nurse, I have been PRN for about 10 years. I have worked my way up from being an LPN to an RN. And even when I was an LPN, I did have a full-time job. But I eventually went PRN because I wanted to do more things, and I didn't want the obligation of having to work 4 or 5 days a week, because I think we were on 8 hours. We were on 8-hour shifts when I was an LPN. So I went PRN, and that was great for me because I ended up going back to school. And then in school, I did not work a full-time job at all. I barely worked PRN. When I say very PRN, I mean maybe once or twice a month, and maybe some months I went without even working at all. I thank God for the opportunity to do that. But vacations, for me, I paid off my car a little early so that I can have more funds to work with on a monthly basis. Now, when I say I paid off my car early, all right, guys, sorry, the kiddos again. And
Okay.
Silly Willy over here is just cracking up for whatever reason. But
it's the way she said it. She said, I can hear you.
Yeah, come on already. You know what we were about to do. We were getting on here, and you want to just be sitting right there I just got with all these kids. Boy, let me tell you. Anyways, so yeah, I paid off my car early. Simple car, nothing big, nothing major. Nissan Pathfinder, right? Paid that guy off because I felt like it was taking a big chunk of the income that I was having. So worked hard on that, took some tax money, and listen, pay the car off. That freed up a lot of space. What I don't like is having a big car note and having to I'm not paying $600 and $700 for a car note. Like, that's what I'm just not going to do. And then I had to prioritize because I just had the twins, right? This is 2020, just almost 5 years ago. What's important to me? A nice house with all the furnishings and a nice car, flashy, and spending $600, $700, $800, even $500 a month was too much for me. Like, I'm not willing to do that because I can be taking that money on a monthly basis or saving that up for 2 or 3 times and being able to take them on a really nice vacation or take them on several vacations with the money that I would be spending on a car note. That works for me. If it does not work for you guys, then guess what? It doesn't work for you guys. But that is what I did. I'd rather build the memories with my children now and have that really great house and that really awesome car later. Now, I'm not telling you to drive a lemon. I'm not telling you to drive a car that you can hear 2 miles before you pull up in your driveway. I'm not telling you to drive a car when you start it, fumes are coming out the back. Like, I'm not telling you to do anything like that or your muffler's dragging on the ground. I'm not saying to do that. But what I am saying is I had to sit down and really think, what is it that I want to do? Build the memories now for my kiddos and that I can still live the life that I want later. It was what I decided to do. So if that's an option, I feel like it should be done. But if you don't, kudos to you. Like, whatever works for you guys is what works for you. It just wasn't what was going to work for me. The other thing that I wanted to address is I've been told, well, oh yeah, about the money, just having the money and just incomes. Guys, listen here, let me tell you something. I am a single parent. No, I don't get on here and talk about it and all that jazz, because why? I'm still doing the same things that I was doing with my children when I was not a single parent that I am doing now as a single parent. It's been a year and a half or almost a year and a half, maybe not even quite, but that I've been a single mom, right? There's really just one income in my household and has been like that since May of 2024. So maybe 14 months, so not quite a year and a half, but nothing has stopped because I have the mindset that no matter what's going on in my personal life, it will not affect my children. So we're not going to talk about a second income here. It's not there. My older child that lives here, she works, but she's able to keep her money. That was an agreement. You stay here, all of my kids, the older two, you go to school, you can stay home. Get your degree, get your life together. So when you're 30, you're not trying to figure things out. And before you start having kids, you're not trying to figure things out and say, oh, I can't because X, Y, and Z. I'm not that mom where you 18, you got to go. So anyways, she does have an income, but I don't include her income because I want her to be able to do the things that she needs and wants to do with her money. I don't need her money. That's not me. I'm not that mom. I don't need you to pay bills. I don't need to pay rent. Yes, she is responsible. She does have to pay her car insurance, her car note. And before, every once in a while, I would just tell her to pay a fixed bill every month, like give me a certain amount of money on the bill every month. And that was just the way that it was, right? But other than that, I am a single mom and I am still doing the same things that I was doing for my children as when we were in a 2-parent household. Do you feel like anything has changed as far as our times together and the vacations and our memories?
I don't think so. We still do the same things, like how it was then and now. We still do the same things like vacations, spending time together. Oh, road trips. We haven't gone on a road trip in a while, like before Cincinnati and Kentucky and all those other places that we went to. But we used to drive down to Myrtle Beach and Florida.
Oh yeah.
And some other places. That was the good times.
Those were the good times, yeah. For sure. I think so too. I mean, that was a reason, guys, why I got the Nissan Pathfinder, because it has the 3rd row, right? So there's 5 kiddos total, but when I got the Nissan, there was just the older 2 in Kennedy. But I knew that we were always taking church kids with us places. We were always just going other places, and we would always have luggage. We bought a luggage rack for the top of our car, and we would just put everything inside of it and just put it on top of the car, and we would get in the car and drive to Florida. We would get in there and drive to Myrtle Beach. It was no big deal to us. It was you guys want to go to Myrtle Beach in 2 days? Oh, okay. Or you guys want to go to Florida in a few days? It was never really planned. It was just something that, I've got these days off, or whatever, let's go.
It was just normal for us. It was a normal thing that we would do. It was just be you want to go to Florida or Myrtle Beach? And okay, cool, let's go.
Yeah. And we did it. We would just go. Let me tell you. So when I was at LPN, I worked 8-hour shifts, like I said, and I would sometimes work 16 hours for a week straight. So Monday through Friday, I would do 2 shifts, day shift and evening shift, right? So I'll be at work at 7 a.m., get off at 11:30. And I did that for a little while because I had things that I needed to do, and I had things I wanted to do for one of the kids. So that's what I had to do, right? But now when I became an RN, it was a 12-hour shifts, and that was pretty cool. I worked when we knew we weren't going to be doing anything. I would work three shifts per week, or sometimes pick up an extra shift for the pay period or something like that. Now, that's how I did things. I will work. I don't have a problem getting up and going to work, especially when I know my kiddos are depending on it to go and have fun, depending on it to go do new things and experience life and whatever else. I don't have a problem with that. There's a time and a place. This is not the time for me to just be relaxing and saying, you know what, we'll just figure it out. We'll probably do a vacation next year, or maybe we'll do one in 3 years. My goal is to do as many vacations as we can every single year. And that, because that works for me. That's what I want them to have. I do everything for my kids. And it's even school, even me going to school. And my buddy that I recently had breakfast with, she reminded me, because we've been around each other for like 17 years or so. And she reminded me, she's like, even back then, you were always about the kids, even when going to school. She's like, I was like, I never put myself first. She's like, you were putting yourself first when you went to school. Well, we kind of debated that, because like, was I really putting myself first because I was in college going to school for another degree? She says, yes, I still am on the fence about it. Maybe I was putting myself first, but I feel like I was putting them first because I was going for that next degree for more money so that I can spend more time with them. So I was putting in more work by working and going to school. Restless nights, sleep was just crazy and all over the place because I wanted to obtain the next degree so that I can have more money to put myself in a position to where a lot of my time was going towards the kiddos. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that she never went on not one vacation for herself or with her like coworkers, her friends, nowhere. She's always been about us, and she's always been on vacations with us. She never went on vacation with anyone else.
Yeah, guys, and that's where I'm struggling at now, not in a bad way, like, oh, I wish I would have done this, and oh, I wish this, or I feel like I missed out. I don't necessarily feel like I missed out. I feel like I'm winning here. I feel like my kids are in a good position. I feel like they've learned a lot. I feel like they've experienced the world a lot. And I also feel like when they get older, they have so many memories that they're going to be able to tell their children, and they're going to be able to say that they did all these things, right?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I have been asked to go, hey, we're just going for the weekend, or hey, we were thinking about getting a girls trip together, or hey, we were going to go on a cruise for 7 days, but it's all adults. Well, that does not work for me, guys. And as Kennedy said, I have never gone anywhere on anybody's vacation without my children. If my children are not there, guess what? I'm not there. I'm not going. Don't even ask me. It's not happening. But now I'm entertaining the thought of maybe going on a weekend trip without them, like leaving on Friday and most definitely back by Sunday. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't even know when I'm going to do that, but I am entertaining the thought. But right now it doesn't like in my mind, it's just not there yet. Like I haven't been like, oh yeah, I'm most definitely going to be doing that within the next year. No, not yet. It's not the time for me to do that. Yeah, I do think that you need to have adult time. So if you have an adult time and you feel like, well, I deserve to do something without my kids, great for you. Kudos for you. That works for you. Amazing. That does not work for me yet. So yeah, no. But I just wanted to come on here and really just say the basics. Like, so we could just quiet the noise, quiet all of the thoughts that people are having about how we are able to afford these vacations. And as we've shown before in some of the other vlogs, we don't always go places and eat there, whether we're at the water parks or we're at amusement parks or we're at resorts. We stay at resorts where we can cook. We can go to Walmart, get our food, and we can come back and we can cook our breakfast, our lunch, our dinners, whatever. We do eat out, but we're not making it for every single meal, especially because we like to go for like 4, 5, 6, 7 days when we're like in Florida or Myrtle Beach. So
and then sometimes we even bring our own food. If we're like going on a road trip, we bring our own food, like our own snacks, chips, cookies, sandwiches, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did on the last road trip when we went to Great Wolf Lodge in Cedar Point. We had brought our own food to Great Wolf Lodge, and it was amazing because we really didn't have to eat out. We just ate out if we wanted to.
Right?
Go
yeah,
on.
guys. So we just try to do everything that we do on a budget. Sometimes I do book vacations in advance, right? Because the further out for hotels or resorts and or flights, it tends to be a little bit less expensive. But sometimes we just do things on the fly. Like I vacation a lot by looking at flights. We primarily fly with Frontier and Spirit. It's been really Frontier the last 2 years because I don't know what's been going on with Spirit. The prices have been crazy, but that's how we get our flights cheap too. I do keep track of, flight prices. Sometimes I'll hop on there and I'll say, oh, there's a $19 flight or there's an $11 flight. Let's go on vacation on this week because we can get there cheap. And then sometimes I'll look at prices for resorts. I go on there and see prices for resorts that are like ridiculously low. And I'm like, let me look at the prices for the flights. Oh, they're low too or reasonable. Let's go on vacation that week. I am not paying a lot for tickets to go on vacation. I'm not going to spend more on a vacation, a flight than I'm paying for like a hotel. Like I'm not doing that. So we keep a thought with that as well. We're very mindful about spending money there. That's pretty much it, guys. You can most definitely vacation on a budget, and it means a lot to us. And I hate to talk about like race and stuff, but like being Black, people don't expect you to be going all these different places, and especially out of the country for many reasons. From what I was told, oh, Black people don't do that. Oh, we don't do stuff like that. Well, you should be doing that because like, why not? Why are you waiting on the school to teach the kids about places that they can go and visit and experience themselves? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And maybe because my mindset is completely different than most people that I was raised around, I feel like I made it out of that piece that, poverty, like I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be broke. I wanted something completely different from what I was raised around, right? So here we are. We are living our best life on a budget, guys, on a budget. Get out the house, take your kids on vacation. I have 5 kiddos. 2 of them are grown. And then I have Ken and the twins, and I make it happen. Like I make it happen. And it's very important to me too, because I've already had someone say, well, you're a nurse practitioner. You can do that. Dude, I have been a nurse practitioner all of maybe 4 months. I mean, since like May. No. April? No, May. No, April. I've been a nurse practitioner since April. So my vacations have nothing to do with me being a nurse practitioner and using that money to live our best life. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about you, what you want to spend your money on. And another thing I don't do anymore is I don't faithfully go and get my nails done. I do my own hair. I have not been to the beautician for my hair since I had the lady in Akron start my locks. Oh, yes, I have. I've been one time and I went to go get my hair colored, and I was told that I've done better, so I never went back to do anything else with my hair. So I do my own hair. But where am I going with that? You prioritize what you feel like you want to prioritize, and that's just the bottom line. If you feel like you want to go get your hair and nails done every 2 weeks, so be it. Great, kudos. You probably deserve it, right? But for me, it means taking however amount of money it would take for me to get my hair done, however amount of money it would take for me to get my nails done on a consistent basis. And you start multiplying that times twice a month, and then you do that times 12 for the whole year. And you're like, oh my gosh, we haven't even been on a vacation, but I've spent, let's just say $800 or $1,000 on getting my hair and my nails done when you could have been on 2 vacations with that. Self-care is important. Moms, you deserve to get your hair done. Moms, you deserve to get your nails done. Your kiddos also deserve to go on vacation. And I'm not bashing you if that's just not what you're choosing to do. But I'm sure your kiddos want to get out the house. I'm sure your kiddos want to make memories with you. And I'm sure there's another way around getting your hair done, getting your nails done, or, like not so often. I recently, got my nails done, but I pretty much do it now when I'm going on vacation. I know how to paint my own nails. I know how to paint my own toes. So I give where I put my money where I really feel that it's going to count and I really feel like it's going to matter. And that's for my kids.
And also, when she actually does go get her nails or toes done, she brings me or the twins with us, so we can get our nails and toes done too.
Yeah, it's a family thing over here. We're all in. We're all in for each other. We're all supportive of one another. And like Ken said, a lot of times I feel bad. I'm like, well, heck, if I'm going to get my nails done, I'm gonna go take the kids too. And even Buddy, as a boy, he's got his nails done. He's put his feet in the water, especially in Thailand. He loved it. Put his feet in the water and got his toes done. They didn't put any color on it, of course, but they scrubbed his little feet, they cut his nails and all that jazz. And as a young man, he needs to be able to do those type of things. He needs to be able to experience, getting a pedicure done and a manicure, because why not? A woman's gonna love the fact that he keeps up with his nails and his toes. Like, why not? Yeah, guys, I just don't, I'm not about the finer things in life. I don't need all the handbags that are designers, and I don't need all the shoes. Like, I am into my On Clouds. I've probably got about 9 or 10 pair of On Clouds. Into my Hokas for work. I've got 3 pair of Hokas, but as far as like Jordans and like whatever else and all the designer bags and because you're a nurse, you can afford it. Why not? I don't need an expensive car. My little car that I'm driving now is perfectly fine. It gets us. It's nice. It's decent. It drives. It doesn't make noises, and
it's pretty.
Yeah, it is kind of cute.
Blue's my favorite color.
My goal is to, once I get the money that I want to make, then I will go ahead and get me the car that I want, because I won't be taken away from the kids. I don't want to take away vacations because I want to be flashy. I don't want to take away vacations because I want the best of the best vehicle or the best of the best clothes. And as far as clothes, like too. My kids, they're dressed nice every day, but I don't go for, like I said, the Jordans necessarily, and all the expensive shoes and all that jazz. I do want them to look nice, but I feel like if we take most of our money and we go on vacations and we build memories and all that jazz, it means a lot more later. And apparently it means a lot more now to Ken, because she understands that, well, maybe we won't eat out today, or maybe we won't get that extra pair of, what do you like with those shoes? Dunks.
Yeah.
We won't get the extra pair of Dunks today because we're going to go on vacation. So she's understanding what's important to her as well. And if we have to give and take, it's all about give and take. I'm willing to sacrifice things that most moms or nurses want, because they deserve it and they worked hard for their degree. And I'm talking about cars and houses and all that jazz. It's to come. But right now, we're going to keep vacationing, guys. We're going to vacation on a budget. Comment down below if you want some tips and tricks on vacationing with your kiddos. I hope I didn't offend anyone. That is never the idea or the point here. I just thought maybe we should come on here and just let you guys know, like, look, this is the real deal. Like, this is raw, single parent home, and we go on vacation. We enjoy ourselves. We enjoy each other. We build our memories, and that is it. Like, that's life for us. That's life for us. We have no intention on stopping. What I am going to say is, though, like with my big girl MP job, I am going to do what I need to do as far as my house, because that's all in the works. And after that's done, then I will get my big girl car, guys, and that's going to be that. But right now, I am not willing to sacrifice the memories that we build in our household with our family. What do you have to say, Ken, to close us out?
I want to say that we have a lot more tricks that could help you guys go on more vacations or spend more time with your families. If you guys don't want to go on vacations, that's completely fine. You guys can just spend time with your family, because really vacationing for us is basically just doing that. Spending time with your family and, just building memories together. So, yeah, you guys can do that too.
Yeah, guys, and you just brought up something too. We play games. We play games around the house. Trouble. We have Uno here. We play little board games. We love Monopoly. So vacation does not mean, or spending time with your loved ones, your family, your parents, doesn't mean that you have to be on a vacation, right? Do things around the house. Go on a walk. Go on a bike ride. Just make it consistent. There's no reason why you're going months and months and months and not spending time with your family. Like, Thursdays in our household used to be family night. We used to just do family games and get together and talk about things, talk about our week, talk about funny stuff, play funny games, like whatever it was just dedicated to Thursdays. That is not the case anymore. But we make time for one another, and that's important. People make time for the things that's important to them. Make time for your family, guys. You only have one. You only have one life, and once it's over, it is over. Tomorrow is not promised. Leave your family with great memories. Build the memories. Love on one another, and
spend time with your families while you guys still can.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, guys, that's huge. And it's good for your mental health, because why not, right? Mental health, that's how it started for me. And this is how I got on the travel kick. And it works perfect for me. I deserve it. The kiddos deserve it. You deserve a break from reality. You deserve to separate yourself from the things that are bothering you every single day. Just go out and relax and forget about that stuff for a little bit. And you're learning about life. You're learning about other cultures, other races, other foods, all of that jazz. I mean, this has been a really great year. It's 2025 and it's been amazing. After Kalahari for the second time, oh yeah, it really did go down, guys. So we started our actual summer stuff, and that was Myrtle Beach in June, the first week of June. We were there for that, like 5 days or so. And then we had a good time there. After Myrtle Beach, Juneteenth came up, guys. For Juneteenth, we did go on a 3-day trip. We went to Cincinnati. We rode down to Cincinnati and did the Underground Railroad. And then the next day, we went to Kings Island and headed over to Kentucky for the next day. And in Kentucky, we did Kentucky Kingdom, which was really great. Didn't have a problem there. Most definitely wanted to go back this summer and do another quick 3-day turnaround, doing the two amusement parks, Kings Island and Kentucky Kingdom. So don't know if that's going to happen, guys, because our summer is super full for the remainder of it. Sure but at the Underground Railroad, I don't know if I talked about this. Did I? Before?
I don't think
so. We went and made this guy super fun time. Keep this on every day.
I made one just like that, but I made mine blue, purple, and pink.
Yep. So we did that. Came back from there, and then, heck, we have been busy. So came back from that. Did little things in between, like the road trips and all that. We went to Canada, guys. We went to Canada for the first week of July. We celebrated 4th of July. That was like our thing. We wanted to be somewhere for the 4th of July. It was actually supposed to be a Florida trip. Changed some things up just for a couple of reasons. But ended up going to Canada. Got stopped at the border and detained for a little while. But outside of that, it was amazing. We talked about that in another vlog, being detained at the border. Well, I did. Briefly, Kennedy, how did you feel about that?
Oh, and I was so scared because I thought you were about to get arrested for something I didn't even know you did. And then you were so confused. I was like, okay, wait. So you're confused. I'm confused. Like, what's going on here? Why are we stuck here? And then the officers were so rude just because you were asking questions. And, like, she had an attitude because, like, she was annoyed. Like, what's happening? She wouldn't even give us any details. And then he just assumed just because she had an attitude and she was asking so many questions that
I was hiding something.
Yeah, that she was hiding something and that we didn't want him to see anything.
You know what? I was hiding something, guys. Let me tell you what I was hiding. I was hiding my true feelings. No. She said tampons, guys.
That's what you said?
No. I said, what are they looking for? The only thing they're going to find in there are tampons.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We did not need to put that in there. But just a kid, guys. Like, what is going on with her? But no, the only thing that I was really honestly hiding was my true feelings on the situation because I was trying to keep a smile on my face for the kids, especially the twins. Thinking about Zion being a black boy, being raised in society for today, I didn't want him to feel what I was feeling. There's the stress and the pressure, and I didn't want him to see me lashing out at the officers because I need him to be mindful of that growing up. As a black man, you just cannot. You cannot do certain things because you're frustrated and agitated and upset and all that jazz. You just need to keep your composure. So I had to be that mom and be that model mom and citizen that day. But I was very frustrated, and that's the only thing that I was hiding. But anyways, guys, it was amazing in Canada. Let me tell you quickly, if you go to Canada, you have to visit Clifton Hill. Visit. We spent almost every day there.
And a restaurant we loved was the Rainforest Cafe. They had amazing food, but the wait was long because so many other people wanted to go there, try it out. Because it was really good, and I don't blame them. I mean, they probably heard it from, like, a couple of people who went there before. So,
guys, it was so nice. And I'm a super kid at heart. Like, I'm well overgrown, right? But I love to do things that a lot of kids like to do. I just get it all in. I'm all in with the kids. I'm all invested. And because they're still kids, I'm a kid at heart. I wanted to go back just because I wanted to experience. It wasn't necessarily the food that was absolutely amazing. It was the environment. Guys, it was the little things like the elephants, and it had little gorillas and birds and stuff, and just like little things I really enjoyed seeing while we were in there, and the noises of the nature.
Yeah, once in a while the lights would go off.
Oh, they would flicker.
And then there would be roars and squawking of birds and lions and stuff like that. It was really fun.
So that was super amazing. The boat ride, it was raining that day. So at first I was like, what is going on here? Is it so misty that we're just getting like drenched? And I'm like, is it raining? Because you really just couldn't tell when you were so far down in that on that boat when you got towards the falls, right? So we would like to go back and do that again. I was going to go back for my birthday, but because of the whole border issue, just having a little PTSD still about that, I am not going there for my birthday. I'm going to let that stuff die down a little bit.
But is still going on with our president and stuff.
Yeah, and it's a sad situation just simply because it's causing a lot of conflicts. It's causing a lot of, like countries to not want tourists and to not like us, and I just don't want to get detained anywhere else. So we are.
Because Canadian people are actually really nice. Like, I've seen this one Canadian girl on YouTube, and like she was really nice.
Well, yeah, but
then I've seen a couple of Canadian people like visited here, and they were really nice.
Yeah, guys, and we were down there for Canada Day, so we celebrated with them because it's like, why not? I'm all about people. I'm all about culture. I'm all about loving everybody, respecting everybody, and I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're black, blue, brown, Caucasian, if you're atheist, if you believe in the same spiritual beliefs that I believe in. Like, I don't care. We don't have to talk about those things if it's a disagreement. Like, I just want to love on you. I want to love great people, and I want great people around me, and that's just it. And I want my kids to feel the same way, right? Mm-hmm. So we celebrated Canada Day down there, and that was great.
Oh,
like, it was really nice, the flags, and just being down there in the falls, and just watching the Canadians. Fireworks. Yeah, the fireworks, watching the Canadians celebrate themselves and everything. So that Canada was it. We didn't come to talk about Canada, but that was one of our last road trips. We came back from Canada, and we ended it here at Waldameer, in PA with Waldameer. And then we came back home. A little bit after that, we did couple things around, like in our Cleveland area or whatever.
Like a water park across the street, like literally right there across the street from our house.
So we've been doing that, and also I went out and bought a small pool for the kids, guys, on the patio in the back. Just something for them to do, because guess what? I can sit here and I can document stuff from work. I can refill prescriptions from sitting at this table, and I can keep an eye on those guys outside, right? So it's just for that. But if we really, really want to go have fun and the kids want to splash around bigger than what that pool offers, we do go across the street. So we did that. We came back from Canada, and then our next road trip was the most recent one that we did, and that consisted of going to Sandusky, doing Great Wolf Lodge, Cedar Point the next day, and then we left there the next morning, and we went to PA for Kennywood Amusement Park. However, Cedar Point was not supposed to be the thing, but I had to improvise, and I'm like, okay, we still want to do a 3-day road trip, so the goal was to not go home, right? We were supposed to do Castaway Bay on the second day of the road trip, and for a couple of reasons, we had to end up canceling that for another date later on in the summer, towards fall-ish. But yeah, we did that, and we've been home not even a week yet. And guys, I'm going to do the Muddy Princess Sunday with the older. Run. I mean, well, it's still Muddy Princess, Mud Run.
We actually went like a year ago. And we had actually won a medal, and we got a bag full of like goodies.
Oh yeah, we had a headband and a little wrist thing, little plastic wrist thing. I think it said Muddy Princess on it.
I think it was like for like a donation for cancer. Or something.
Yeah, and I don't even know what we were running for, guys.
Because everything there was pink.
Everything was pink, and it was amazing. And but I learned 2 things last year when we did go. 2 things. I did not show up for my kids like I needed to because I was too busy taking pictures. I love to capture all the memories wherever we go. They did get on me about put the camera down. I'm not the camera. I had my phone. Put the phone down, Mom. Put the phone down. And then the other thing was I was overweight. I am down a little bit over 40 pounds since we went last year. So I'm super excited about that. So I will not be having the camera out or the vlog, and I will be more confident on the obstacles that I was able to do last year, but with great difficulty because of all the weight, right? And sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with weight, but it's just about being in shape, because a small person, 100 pounds soaking wet, can be out of shape. Just because they're small doesn't mean they're in shape. But anyways, had a great time. Looking forward to going. This girl's not going because she's going to be spending the day with her dad, which is cool. And then after we come back from that, we are leaving out of the country for a little bit. We are going on a little trip for the older kid's birthday. She'll be turning 21 in September. The big 2-1. But because everybody's schedules are busy, the kids will be in school, we're celebrating a little bit early. So we're going to be going to do that. We won't tell you where just yet, but
you're going to have to wait and see, okay?
Yeah, guys, gotta wait. Just be patient.
Patience is key.
Say it. Yeah, and then after that, we come home literally, guys. I think that weekend or the next week, and then the twins will be turning 5.
5.
We're gonna turn 5.
Yeah, you're gonna turn 5. So the twins will be turning 5, and we are taking them somewhere that weekend because they'll be in school actually on their birthday. So we're gonna be taking them somewhere to celebrate their birthdays. And then after that, guys, the kids are in school for about a week, maybe a week and a half, and
then we're going on a
cruise, guys.
To Miami.
My birthday.
Yeah, hold on, guys.
Hurry up.
Okay.
No.
Okay, guys. So let's hurry up and finish this. So we're not going on a cruise in Miami. Okay, guys. So clarification: we're not going on a cruise to Miami. We're going on a cruise from Miami. So we're flying into Miami, and then we're gonna hang out, and then we're gonna go on a cruise for I think 7-day cruise, and then we're coming back home. I know what you're thinking. Aren't the kiddos going to be in school? Yes, the kiddos are going to be in school. Let me explain something here. Now, I am not huge on having the kids have perfect attendance from grade K through 12. Like, I'm not the girl. I'm not that mom. I believe in making your kids go to school. You're not sitting at home just because you don't want to go to school, just because you want to sit at home, right? I am huge on getting your kids out, letting them explore the world, taking them on vacations. And if they have to miss a couple of days here and there, then guess what? They have to miss a couple of days here and there. I want them to enjoy their childhood. I want them to have memories. I don't want them to be 18 and have never experienced anything in life because we were so focused on school. Send a school a message. Hey, can we have the work? Because we're going to be gone from X day to Y day. Like, whatever you need to do. Or we're going to be gone. She'll make up the work when they come back. I am big on that. Kennedy is a great kid. She doesn't give me trouble. She doesn't talk back to me. She doesn't give me lip. She doesn't give me attitude.
I know my limits.
She knows her limits, because what I don't do is go all out my way for a disrespectful kid. There's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to have a disrespectful kid. And if you feel like you need to be disrespectful, then you got to get out of my house. And I'm that mom. But because she's a great kid, I do not mind doing anything for her. She deserves the world. And as I said before, I'm going to give her my best. And this is what my best looks like. So yeah, I do let them stay out of school for that. Anytime we need to go do something, I don't have a problem taking my kids out. If you're that mom that's like, oh no, like that's bad parenting, then kudos to you for what you believe in, and I'll continue to do the things that I believe in because this is working for us. How do you feel about missing school?
Oh, I feel good. If it's like, if I get to spend time with you guys, then yeah, I feel good about it. But if I'm just like sitting at home doing nothing, I don't really like, I could go to school for all that.
Yeah. No, you're not staying at home just to be sitting home chilling.
Yeah.
My kids miss school. It's for vacations. Like, it's most definitely for vacations. Kennedy has tried to pull a fast one on me a couple times. I don't feel good. I don't want to go. Let's take a temperature. Are you throwing up? Are you feeling like you're going to throw up? Like, that type of stuff.
Nose stuffy? Is your head hurting?
You're going to school.
Fever?
You're going to school. So, yes, we do stay out for vacations. But, yeah, guys, that's about it. I've said like 12 times, but and 13. So, yeah, we have fun. We live life. We build memories. That's just how it is. Take your kiddos on vacation or spend time with them on a consistency.
You don't even have to go on vacation.
Weekly, monthly, do something. Every minute counts. If it's nothing but sitting down talking, how was your day today? How on Saturday? How was your week? What could you have done different?
Family game nights.
Family game nights, guys. It takes an hour out of your week. What is going on? Why are you not spending time with your children? Don't let the phones and the tablets and the TV
and the computers
raise your child. They're going to find out things that they should not be finding out when they're young and tender, or they're going to adapt to the things that they're learning on a daily basis because the parents are absent. Be there for your children. Show up for your children. That is the last thing that I want my children to tell me later in life. Mom, you did not show up for us. You were not available. You always worked. I worked hard with going to school so that I could afford to be able to spend the time with my children. I have close to 10 degrees, guys. I just graduated with my master's for become a nurse practitioner in December of 2024. January, the next month of 2025, I was already enrolled in the DNP program, which is a doctorate of nursing practice program. That is a terminal degree. That is going to be it for me. Like, I'm done after this. But it hasn't stopped me from going on vacations. On almost every vacation that we go to on Ken, what do I bring with me?
The kids.
Outside of the kids, my laptop, guys. I bring my laptop because I have papers due, I have assignments due, and I don't want to not show up for them. I don't want to shortchange them from what life has been looking like for them since the beginning of their young lives, and because I'm going to school. So I don't let anything that I do affect the outcome of how my children are raised. You can do the same thing, guys, on a budget. Comment down below if you want to know some more tips and tricks on how to vacation with your kiddos and how to find that balance with your kids, because the balance is important, but you most definitely can do it. I'm a single parent and I show up for them. I continue to show up for them. We continue to go on vacation and we continue to be great. All right, guys, we will see you guys in the next vlog. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to, guys. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.